Welcome and thank you for joining me, Alyssa Arundell, for your June 2020 tarot card reading. If you haven't already and you'd like to check out your free 3-card tarot spread, you can do so in the description box beneath this video. These are not generic readings. Every outcome is written for the tense that it is made for. So you get real clear insights into your own situation absolutely for free. And please, I'd be honored if you pressed the subscribe button and notification bell so that you get alerted every time Patrick and I drop a new video. But without further ado, let's get into our reading for June 2020. Hello Pisces, and thank you so much for joining me for your June 2020 tarot card reading. Your present situation here is the Page of Pentacles. So if this represents you, it could be you're learning a new skill of some kind. If it doesn't represent you, this could be a person, a youth in your life who's starting a new course or wants to start a new course, or perhaps it's you that is interested in that. This is very much about learning, I feel. There's something, Pisces, that you're really keen to become an expert in, and you're kind of on your way to do that. Maybe you're not there completely because it is a page, but you're really getting there. The thing that's blocking you here, well, you got the Ten of Pentacles, so let's just talk about this briefly in its meaning. This is usually about financial rewards, success, inheritance of some kind. As a blockage card, it may be that you feel like you don't quite have the resources to do that class, or further your education in the way that you want to, or perhaps want to. So that could be a bit of a sticking point where you feel a bit stuck. But I'm feeling like you can make plans for that. Like there could be bursaries or something like that, scholarships. I do think you can further your knowledge in the way you want to. I'm just getting a feeling that this month is very much about learning, but we'll see as we will go on. So the card that is your foundation card, this is what your life's built upon at the moment, right? It doesn't look like the happiest card, but please bear with me. So it's the Ten of Swords. This is feeling exhausted, maybe even feeling a bit betrayed by a lover or a friend in some way. It's kind of like, I think another sign had this card, and I said it's a bit like Julius Caesar being stabbed in the back by Brutus. It's like you're annoyed about it, but it's 10 and it's the end of a cycle. So all of that just nastiness, betrayal, friends not being very nice, or things like that, job not treating you very well, I really think it's the end of that cycle now. Thank goodness. There may be some loose ends to tie up from it, but you're more than capable of doing that. So your past situation, well, I'm not surprised really when you have the Ten of Swords here. We have the Tower. The Tower is often something that is completely unavoidable. We cannot avoid the Tower when it comes into our lives, and it's really sucky because everything in our lives gets flipped upside down, and what we thought was solid was not. But the truth of this is the Tower never affects anything that was solid to begin with. There's no amount of lightning that could tear down a tower that was stood on solid, firm ground, right? Lightning proofed, if you will. So what was taken away wasn't right to begin with. And I know that's not always easy to hear, because it's like, it doesn't take away the pain of what has been lost at all. I'm feeling if this was like particularly a relationship or friendship that hasn't worked out, that can be so painful. I really get that. So that could be something that's on your mind this month. Let's see what spiritually crowns you. Well, some good news here, Pisces. You've got the Ace of Wands. New ideas, creativity, passion, flair, excitement, all this stuff coming into your mind. You have got the psychic ability to wade through things, and I just feel like you need to have more fun. And it might be really difficult in the current climate if you're still on lockdown when you're watching this. You know, that can be really difficult. It's like, oh, it's all well and good telling me to have fun. How do I do it? I do think that a lot of this is the internet. Like, get on some online class and do something fun. Even if it's like a Zumba class or something, you know. Just do something just for you. Something special that's just for you. So your immediate future here, you have the King of Cups. I feel this is you. This is you when you're at your finest, Pisces. This is the generosity, the caring, the going out of your way for anybody. It's just important to also keep some time for you and to put your boundaries in so that your energy isn't being used, you know, by other people that don't give you gratitude and thanks. Make sure you're getting the recognition you deserve for the hard work that you're putting in. So that's there for your immediate future. Your state of mind here, Pisces, you have the Queen to the King. So again, this is virtually the same message. Nurture yourself the way you would nurture other people. And nurture other people as well, if need be. You know, that kindness, compassion goes such a long, long way. And in times of real trouble or when dust is settled, people always remember kindness. People always remember compassion. And I think this is really your time to shine and be that person that offers that kind of olive branch support and love. Your outside influence for this month, Pisces, is the Queen of Wands. This could be a fire sign in your life, particularly a female who could be fiery in nature. They could be a bit loud. They could be a bit come storming into your life. It could be a potential love interest even. If it isn't a person, I think this represents creativity coming in again. Like you having some time for fun. Has it been all work and no play? Has it been worry over relationships, resources, and no time for fun? I think this is just really letting a creative side come out, exploring your more psychic, intuitive nature. That is really going to give you a boost for this month. Let's have a look at your hopes and fears. Okay, you have the Six of Cups. Are you thinking too much about the past here, Pisces? Because when this card comes up, it can sometimes mean that we like put on those rose tinted glasses and we see the past as something beautiful and marvelous, and actually it wasn't. And particularly with this Tower card, like if you've been through a breakup recently and you're finding it really difficult to come to terms with it, are you thinking about the good times too much? Like, I know that sounds really bizarre thing to say, but we can, all of us can think about things in a very idealistic way once we're through them. If something hasn't worked out, then there is a reason for it, I guarantee. You know, usually the like relationships that don't work out, we could have guessed they wouldn't work out within a week, but we kid ourselves because, you know, we all do it, not just Pisces, but, you know, all of us, we want love and we want to be loved and feel loved. If this does not resonate with you at all, what I've just said, this can be, you know, people from your past coming back into your life. And that could be actually quite joyous. Maybe even you have a sense of nostalgia and you look through some old family photos or something like that. There's definitely a harping back to the past in some way when this card comes up. And your outcome here, Pisces, the World. Wow. You're not the only sign to get this as your outcome, but boy, it's wonderful when it appears. This is card 21. This is the end of the Fool's journey. The Fool started at 0. He's gone through learning about himself, learning how to be more ordered, structured, disciplined, learning how to make wishes, goals, dreams, had some time alone, had time with others, and then comes to the end of this journey and it's like, boom, the next quest begins. And I really feel, Pisces, by the end of this month, the next quest will begin. I just think you've got to be very gentle with your emotions this month. Please don't be too hard on yourself. If you do need to have a good old cry about what has been lost in the past, then please do it. Grief is such a interesting emotion, and it can creep up on all of us when we least expect it. Maybe some of that comes up for you this month. But I feel like you're all going to let a bit more quirky, fiery energy coming out. You're coming out of your shell a bit more this month. And I think by the end of it, the world is literally your oyster. Thank you so much for joining me here this month. I really do appreciate you spending your time with me. If you would like to book a one-to-one session with me, I will leave that information in the description box. You can also order your digital tarot card reading, which is emailed directly to you. So if you want to check that out, also prices are very affordable. I'll leave that in the description box too. But until we speak again the next time, I'm wishing you lots of peace and stay safe. Warm wishes, Alyssa.